I in the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Don, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better. Voltron transform to DX Don Mega. And Austin, you probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? And this is a very special Labor Day edition. That's right, we're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios here on Labor Day. It's Monday, September the 5th, 2022. My name is DONMEGA. I am your host, and I welcome you to the show. It is season 24, episode 24, and tonight's show is called More Fun Stuff, because that's what we bring you guys. We bring you the fun stuff. We bring you the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, everything in the world of movies and television, non-spoiler reviews. You come right here to Am I on the Air? I have two real quick non-spoiler movie reviews. I got a new TV show to talk about. And then, of course, we're going to get you caught up with all the latest news that basically runs from August 30th through today, September 5th. So this is everything that dropped in the last week. So strap on in and let's get this roller coaster rocking. So like I said, two non-spoiler reviews for you. I'm going to talk about the re-release for Spider-Man in just a sec, but I want to talk about the new movie of the weekend, and it's Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. That's right, that is the name of the movie. I'm not making that up. Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. This is a new movie that stars Sterling K. Brown and Regina Hall. In the aftermath of a huge scandal, Trinity Childs, the first lady of a prominent Southern Baptist megachurch, attempts to help her pastor husband, Lee Curtis Childs, rebuild their congregation. So, long story short, that's the premise here of this movie, right? You have kind of a mockumentary type of film that is following this church, this mega church that is run by Sterling K. Brown. He's this pastor that is just on top of the world, right? Has planes and helicopters and the fancy houses and the cars. He's got everything. And he's got the great wife that has stood by his side. But then he gets rocked with a scandal. And the church closes, and they're trying to get past the scandal, and they're trying to relaunch the church. So that's the premise of the movie. And I'm a little torn on this one. So this movie hit theaters this past weekend. It's also streaming day and date on Peacock. So if you'd like to watch it at home, you're more than welcome to. And I would suggest that if you're looking to watch this movie, you do it on Peacock, because I don't think this deserves the run in the theater. But I could be wrong. You might love it. So you never know how something like this is going to play out, because it does have an 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. But for me, I will say the movie starts off pretty strong. The last half hour or so of the movie drags, and it kind of goes in a direction that I didn't like, and I didn't care for it. I didn't feel like it suited the characters. I just felt like it dropped hard in those closing moments. And it really, for a movie that started off kind of strong, it just sputtered out for me at the very end, which really, really bummed me out, because I was enjoying it for the first half. And mainly I enjoyed it because of the performances. I think Sterling K. Brown is amazing. If you ever watched This Is Us, you know the range of this guy. And I was just happy to see him lead a movie, because I think he's awesome. I'd love to see him as Green Lantern. That's my pitch for Jon Stewart right there. And Regina Hall, always consistent, always great. We just reviewed her in Me Time last week, so it was good to see her back already in this. So if it wasn't for the leads, I probably would have hated this movie. It probably wouldn't have even been anything I watched, but I was interested because of these two. And like I said, performances, great. I just feel like the movie didn't quite understand what it was trying to be. Because if you watch the trailer, it definitely makes you feel like it's a comedy. It's a straight up comedy, especially done in this mockumentary style. And yes, it does have funny moments, but it's a pretty serious movie at the same time. And it really just kind of drags at moments that a comedy wouldn't. So I felt like it almost had this identity crisis of what it really wanted to be. And that's where I think it kind of sputtered out for me. So that's why I recommend, if you're going to watch this, check it out on Peacock. Then you have nothing to lose. So, you know what I mean? If you go to the theater, you might walk out disappointed and you might have wasted some money. My wife hated this, walked out of it about halfway through. She was like, I'm going to bed. And I finished it on my own. So just to give you a notice. And then I had another friend, I put up our video review up on TikTok and Instagram, and I had another friend reply and say, Honk for Jesus, to save me from this boredom of this movie. And I was like, damn. So I'm not alone in saying, like I said, I didn't hate it, but not everybody's feeling it like some of these people are. So make up your own judgment. Like I said, it's not a horrible watch, but it's not the best watch in the world. So I would give Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul 2 out of 5 stars. It was just okay for me after kind of the botched ending at the end. And then, like I said, we have the re-release of Spider-Man No Way Home, aka the more fun stuff version. And this one here, re-released with 11 minutes of new footage. So of course I went back to the theater this weekend to see Spider-Man No Way Home for like the 5th time. I think I saw the movie 3 or 4 times on its initial run. And then so I had to go back and see what these new scenes were. And there are a couple interesting moments that are added in. It's really not enough to constitute a re-release. I know it's 11 minutes, but it's very much 30 seconds here, 15 seconds here, and it adds up after time, but there wasn't anything that I walked away from this movie being like, "Oh, that was so much better." Like, you understood every time you saw something new, you understood like, "Well, I get why this wasn't in the theatrical version." I don't want to spoil any of the moments, so I won't get into any details, because there are a couple cool moments. And really, the cooler moments is not even deleted scenes; they're just elongated scenes. They're extended, so the dialogue goes on longer, and it's just funnier, and you get some more depth on stuff. So I would say, if you love Spider-Man, you love this movie, then there's no harm, no foul to go to the theater and see a 11-minute version that's longer. So why not? But I also would say there's nothing truly outstanding here that I would be like, you must run to your theater and see it. So, but I had a good time. My daughter had a good time. It was fun to see this one again. And that's Spider-Man No Way Home, the more fun stuff version. So we'll see if they end up releasing this one on home video at any point for the rest of the world to watch if you didn't get to the theater this weekend. All right. My next review is switching on over to television, and this is a new show that just came out over on FX, and it's also on Hulu, and it's called The Patient. When I saw the trailer for this one, I was sold because it has Steve Carell, and I'm pretty much down for anything Steve Carell does, along with Domhnall Gleeson. And, he's always really great in everything he does as well, too. And basically, this is about Steve Carell's character is a therapist, and he starts to take on this client played by Domhnall Gleeson, and it turns out that he is a serial killer, and he ends up kidnapping Steve Carell, and we don't know what's going to happen, right? The crazy thing about this show is that the first 2 episodes have dropped, and they're like 20 minutes apiece. That's a very short show. And we didn't really get any build-up in the first episode. It kind of just starts off and he's already captive, and then we start to kind of fill in the gaps. I like it. I don't love it. I was hoping to love it a lot more by this point, especially after the first 2 episodes, that it would have really sucked me in just based on the cast. And maybe we'll get there. Like, I'm by no means giving up on it. That's just how I feel after watching the first 2 episodes. So can't wait to see what episode 3 brings us. But if the premise sounds interesting to you, I think you should definitely check it out. And that is The Patient, once again on Hulu and on FX. So that's the new stuff I got for you guys. Once again, Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul, 2 out of 5 stars in theaters and on Peacock. We have Spider-Man back in theaters with No Way Home, the more fun stuff version. That once again, that's in theaters. You can check it out. And The Patient over on Hulu and FX. Now, switching on over to the box office. This was an interesting weekend at the box office because we had our normal 3-day tally. And then, of course, today's Labor Day. It's a holiday weekend, so we always do the 4-day tally. And there was a lot of adjustment between the 3 to 4. Based on the 3-day weekend, Spider-Man No Way Home, the more fun stuff version, was actually number 1. So congratulations. Awesome to see Spider-Man back at number 1. Didn't make a ton of money. It was a very low-performing weekend, but it was a big deal because it's a re-release, and it's a re-release for a movie that hasn't even been out a year yet. So it was a big win. But then when you factor in Labor Day, right? You factor in the holiday, you factor in the 4 days, Spider-Man was actually number 3, and we have a new number 1. So let's run it down. Coming in number 10, it's Where the Crawdads Sing. Number 9 is Thor Love and Thunder, which once again hits Disney Plus on the 8th. We're only a couple days away. Number 8 is Jaws, coming back into theaters. Number 7 is Minions: The Rise of Gru. Number 6 is Beast. Number 5 is The Invitation. Number 4 is DC League of Super Pets, which you can also get on VOD now. Number 3, Spider-Man No Way Home, the more fun stuff version. Number 2 was Bullet Train. So Bullet Train performed higher than expectations and jumped over Spider-Man. And coming in number 1, you might notice there was a movie that's been out for quite a long time that I did not talk about yet.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm James Lovino, and I'm here to tell you about Alternate Sides, a movie podcast with a twist. I've worked in the film business for 2 decades, but I haven't actually seen that many movies, and this has been driving my frequent collaborator, Sam, a self-confessed film snob, crazy. So every week, while he's stuck in his car trying to avoid getting a parking ticket, thanks to New York City's alternate side parking regulations, we discuss a classic film I've finally just gotten around to seeing. Alternate Sides, a new podcast about movies, parking, and a 25-year friendship, wherever you get your podcasts.
We cannot escape the danger zone, ladies and gentlemen. Top Gun Maverick goes back to number 1 at the box office. This movie's been out for like a year now, and it's still number 1. I don't get it. I I love this movie as much as anybody, but the box office run of this movie is mind-boggling to me, especially because it's been out on home video now for 2 weeks. So, I mean, I bought this movie 2 weeks ago. I could watch it anytime I want. I haven't even watched it yet since I bought it. And this movie continues to reign at the box office. So, Top Gun leapfrogging Spider-Man and Bullet Train to become the number 1 movie of the 4-day weekend. So there you go, guys. That's the box office. And now with that all out the way, let's get into our news of the week. All right, so in some interesting DC news, they've only greenlit 1 movie after WB and Discovery merged together, because you know that they've been canceling stuff. They just duped Batgirl into the trash. We don't know when we're going to get Blue Beetle. But yes, as far as moving forward, new movies, they've only greenlit 1 thing, and that's Joker 2, which is just kind of crazy when you think about it. So kind of interesting to see that pointed out. We have a new vampire action film starring Thomas Jane. That's right. We don't know how good this will be. I love Thomas Jane, but let's just, call it what it is. He is a straight to video kind of guy now, like Bruce Willis. And we'll see what his upcoming vampire movie is going to look like. I think it's just called Slayers. And we have the first trailer for that you can check out. Werewolf by Night. This is another interesting one. This is a new, supposedly special that's going to be on Disney Plus for Marvel by Halloween. But we've heard nothing much. Halloween is a month away. We haven't gotten a trailer. We haven't gotten even an official announcement. So I'm starting to wonder if this is going to be Halloween of next year. But yes, supposedly there's rumors that they have cast its villain. Check that out if you're interested to know more. I want to stay kind of spoiler free on the Werewolf by Night stuff for those of you that want to keep it a mystery. Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Xochitl Gomez are set to lead a new sci-fi thriller called Ursa Major. Love these two girls. I think this could be pretty damn cool. I love anything Mary Elizabeth Winstead is in. Sign me up. And Xochitl Gomez, for those of you that are wondering who she is, that's America Chavez from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So there you go there. We have the trailer for The Son. This is Hugh Jackman and Laura Dern's new family drama, which is tied to the movie The Father that came out last year with Anthony Hopkins. So semi-sequel, but in the same universe? I don't know. But yes, it's called The Son. Ludacris and Lil Rel Howery, along with Tiona Paris, are set to star in a new Disney Plus holiday comedy that they're putting together. So very cool there. We have the trailer for Nanny. Anna Diop leads Amazon's new psychological horror film. So check out the trailer for Nanny. Sydney Sweeney is set to lead Sony Pictures' new thriller film, The Registration. We all love Sydney Sweeney here, so hopefully that'll be a pretty good project. We have Netflix's 2022 movie release date schedule for the rest of the year. That's right. They got a lot of movies coming out between now and the end of the year. So we kind of put it all together. Got one article here for you guys to break it all down for the remainder of the year, September through December. So check that out if you're interested. And once again, if you're wondering where any of this stuff is, mainly our Twitter page. Go to twitter.com/amiontheair and make sure you check out the full trailers, articles, anything else that you need. Nicolas Cage is set to star in a new A24 comedy that'll be produced by Ari Aster. And I'm thinking, man, he's making Nicolas Cage making that comeback, son. So hopefully this will be a pretty cool project as we move forward. Hocus Pocus 2 will explain the origin of the Sanderson sisters. So there you go for those of you looking for some more backstory. Orphan Black Echoes, the new TV series, has cast Keely Hawes alongside Kristen Ritter. So there you go there. Wonder Man. I didn't even believe that Marvel was doing a Wonder Man series, but it looks like it actually is moving forward. And Ben Kingsley is coming back to play Trevor Slattery in the Disney Plus MCU adventure. Of course, Trevor Slattery we met in Iron Man 3, and then he came back in Shang-Chi. So yes, he will be in Wonder Man. Very interesting there. Jennifer Connelly is signed on to join Joel Edgerton in the upcoming Apple TV Plus sci-fi series Dark Matter. We had talked on last week's episode about the new Apple TV Plus series Lady in the Lake with Natalie Portman that was being shut down because of all kinds of different things. And now we got an update from the police directly that say the reports of threats on set of Natalie Portman's Apple TV Plus series Lady in the Lake were overstated and inaccurate. So they're going to be able to resume production there. So that's very good to hear. The Goldbergs. Whew. Season 10 is coming, and I love the Goldbergs. I love it very much. But at the end of season 9, there was some controversy, and Jeff Garland's character, he plays the dad on the show, he left the show. He left the show with about 5 episodes to go in the season. So those final 5 episodes either didn't have him in it, or they had him kind of CG'd in with like old footage, which I did not like. So when they said they were renewing it for season 10, I felt like the only thing they could do was kill him off. I mean, honestly, what else can you do? Well, now it's official. The Goldbergs will be killing off Jeff Garland ahead of season 10's what they're calling a huge reboot. So supposedly when the season does start, it'll be taking up around 5 or 6 months after his death. So it's not going to be fresh. It's not going to be actually on the show. They're going to be kind of recouping from it to try to move forward. So there you go there. I'm still very excited for season 10 and see where they go with this show because it is super, super funny. All right. On last week's episode, I had hinted that there was a character that was not returning to the Connors. Well, it is official that it's Michael Fishman. And it sounded like he had left the show, but now he's broke his silence and he has said, yo, I was told I would not be returning for season 5. He says he was fired. So here we go again with the back and forth stuff. So was he fired? Did he quit? This is nuts. But you know what, though? I watched the Connors. He's barely on the show. Barely. So maybe they just felt like we don't need to waste the money for somebody that does like 3 episodes a season. So who knows? But it definitely interesting the verbiage that both sides are using on this one here. Let's see here. We have the trailer for Big Sky Season 3, Big Sky Deadly Trails, Premieres on Wednesday, September 21st on ABC. And of course, you could stream it on Hulu. I love Big Sky. Season 1 and 2 were great. I cannot wait for season 3. This looks like a whole new adventure. I love that it's subtitled, right? Deadly Trails. So I wonder if we're going to just do that kind of each season, kind of have its own thing that we're going for. So I'm ready, man. Love Big Sky. Check it out, y'all. Shia LaBeouf, Talia Shire, and some more have joined the cast of Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis that he's been putting together. So some good additions there. House of the Dragon co-showrunner has exited season 2. So, we haven't even started season 2 yet and already somebody's left. So some problems on the other side. We will see. Historical action drama Medieval has released a Red Band trailer, so you can check that out if you're interested. Nell Tiger Free has landed a lead role in the horror prequel First Omen. That's right. So there you go. Of course, a prequel to Omen. So First Omen. We had the new Orphan movie, and now we got Omen movie. So there you go there. A24 has set a coming-of-age story, Earth Mama, from Olympian director Savannah Leaf. We have the new season 2 trailer for the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. Looking forward to this. Comes out the end of the month, September 28th. It's going to be hitting Disney Plus. My daughter loves this show, so she's super excited that season 2 is coming. Speaking of renewals, Harley Quinn season 4 officially announced, so very cool there. And it's going to get a new showrunner, but a lot of people very happy that with Warner Brothers axing a lot of DC stuff, we're going to continue on with the Harley Quinn animated series on HBO Max. Captain Marvel directors are set to helm a new drama called Freaky Tales. Jason Bateman is in negotiations to join Taron Egerton in the new Wom Colette-Serra TSA thriller, Carry On. Ooh, I like this. Love Taron Egerton. Love Jason Bateman. This sounds like a cool concept. Let's rock. Jenna Malone and Alejandro Ida, along with Tatanka Means and Michael Roker, are added to Kevin Costner's new Western epic, Horizon. So really getting that up and running there. Paramount Plus and Showtime are merging into one streaming app. So there you go there. I like when these apps kind of combine some stuff. For only $15 a month, you can get Paramount Plus and Showtime commercial free. It's a baller deal. Showtime's got a ton of stuff. Paramount Plus got a ton of stuff. This really, really ramps up Paramount Plus, and I love it. And you can get it even cheaper if you want commercials. But if you don't want commercials like me, $15 a month. So there you go. We have the first trailer for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That's right, Winnie the Pooh. His horror movie is coming out. Yes, did you ever think you'd see Winnie the Pooh murdering some people? I would love to show my daughter a picture of this because since she was born, her go-to stuffed animal is a Winnie the Pooh. She cannot go to sleep at night. Still to this day, she's 8 years old, almost 9, still cannot go to sleep without her Winnie the Pooh. And all I want to show her is the poster to this movie with Winnie the Pooh with a bloody hammer in his hand. Will she still want to go to sleep with that Winnie the Pooh after this? I don't know, but I couldn't traumatize her like that. But kind of crazy, though. Kind of crazy. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet's killing spree is on, son. I can't wait to see this mess of a movie. I know it's going to be horrible, but I think it might be so horribly bad that it's amazing. So Blood and Honey, let's go, baby. Check out the trailer if you haven't seen it. Guy Pearce searches for obsessed fan, citing his work for mass murder in the trailer for the new thriller, The Infernal Machine. Jordan Peele teasing that there might be more Nope. Yes, that's right. He says he thinks the universe could be a lot bigger for Nope, and there might be sequels down the pipe. So we'll see. Probably not anytime soon, but we'll see what he does with it. I think there could be more. We have a Marvel TV status report. That's right. This is a really cool article we put up talking about the latest on things like Secret Invasion, Loki Season 2, Daredevil's Return, Wonder Man, and a whole bunch of other projects in the works. This kind of fills you in on what's doing what, when, where, why, and how. So check it out if you're a Marvel fan. We have everything coming in September to all your favorite streamers. Of course, Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, Prime, all of it. Netflix, it's all right here. What's coming and going in September? Check it out. There's a lot going on in September because it's also season premiere month as we get towards the end of the month, so that'll be pretty cool. Netflix is doing a final season for Dairy Girls, and you can they're getting ready to release the trailer for that for the third and final season. The Good Fight's final season will provide a surprising update on Alicia and Peter. Um, Kyra Sedgwick and Elsie Fisher will have reoccurring roles in season 2 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. We have a deleted scene for Thor Love and Thunder that you can check out featuring Zeus's other son, Dionysus. So check that out. It's a silly little scene, but it's fun for those of you that like that stuff. We have the trailer for The Visitor. It's a new Blumhouse horror film. DC fandom. This has been a big event that DC has done for the last 2 years. Well, guess what? It's canceled because Warner Brothers loves to cancel shit right now, and they are getting it out of here. No DC fandom for 2022. Basically they're citing like, hey, we did that for COVID, and then we did it one more year, but now things are open, so we want to get back in person, blah, blah, blah. They could have still done fandom. It was a really cool event. I don't think it would have cost them a lot of money to keep that rolling. So kind of a bummer. I did like fandom. It was something to look forward to. We have the trailer for the Mysterious Benedict Society Season 2. That's right. My daughter really liked this show too. I didn't get into this one too much, but it's coming soon to Disney Plus, and you can check out the Season 2 trailer right now. We have your first look photos at Hulu's Hellraiser reboot that is coming out in October. Looking forward to this one big time, so check that out. We also have the trailer for The English. This is Emily Blunt's revenge show that's going to be on BBC and Amazon's Western action series. So there you go. Don't forget, I did want to point out that Spider-Man No Way Home, the re-release, if you do go see it, it has a new post-credit scene at the very, very end. Because if you remember when it was on its first run, the second post-credit scene was basically a first look at Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Well, that movie's already come and gone, so they put in a new post-credit scene. It's a little silly, but it's also kind of fun. I laughed, so check it out. If you stay, it's got a new post-credit scene at the very, very end. Speaking of Joker 2, we talked a little bit about that earlier. Brendan Gleeson has joined the cast for Joker 2, so we're starting to ramp that up. Production has begun on John Krasinski and Ryan Reynolds' new fantasy film, If. So very cool there. I already love the sounds of this one here. John Krasinski, love him. Ryan Reynolds, love him. I think this is going to be a really cool fantasy film. Paramount's Scream 6 has officially wrapped production. So there you go, man. We're moving along on that new Scream movie. Disney Plus's Ironheart has officially added Regan Aaliyah to the cast. Dead for a Dollar. We have the new trailer starring Christoph Waltz and William Dafoe in a new Western film that they're doing, and I'm out. You point a cowboy hat my way, I am out. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Craig Gillespie's GameStop movie has officially added Seth Rogen, Paul Dano, Sebastian Stan, and Pete Davidson. So I love it, man. Great cast here for the GameStop movie. So let's roll. Fury Road prequel. George Miller says he might explore Mad Max's story in another project because he's doing the Furiosa movie right now. So might be back to do that Mad Max origin story. So we'll see there. The Twisted Metal TV series has officially wrapped production. So excited for this show. I love Twisted Metal, and I got really excited seeing that they finished filming. So hopefully early on in 2023, we're going to get this show because I'm ready for it. Star Wars. Rian Johnson saying his trilogy, which we've been talking about for 10 years now, is still a possibility. It says that he continuously meets with Lucasfilm and they keep collaborating and they're trying to find what to move forward on. So we'll see there. We'll see if it ever happens. Bridget Reagan has joined the Supernatural prequel, The Winchesters, as the Wicked DJ. Call Me Kat. Parker Young has been cast in season 3, possibly as the baby daddy. I don't know. We'll see when it returns on Thursday, September 29th. So there you go there. Sebastian Roche joins Yellowstone prequel series over at Paramount Plus 1923. SNL's Melissa Villasenor and Alex Moffett have left ahead of season 48 for SNL. Super bummed about this one. Love both of these people. Melissa is so talented and so good. Alex is hilarious in every sketch. They already took a big hit for SNL because they lost 3 big hitters at the end of last season. And then we're about to start going again on season 48. And now these two leave. Shit. Man, I hope they really ramp this cast up with some new talent because this is a bummer. It's a bummer for sure, man. I love SNL, so it really sucks to see good talent leave. Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman reunion. Not the way you think, though. Jane Seymour, along with Joe Lando, are set to star in a new Lifetime Christmas movie. So that's how you're getting your reunion. Carla Gugino is set to mentor Melissa Benoist in the upcoming HBO Max series, The Girl on the Bus. So love Carla, love Melissa. This is a great pairing. I love it. Russo brothers, their new upcoming Amazon series Citadel has gotten a creative overhaul that has ballooned the budget to $200+ million, which makes it the second most expensive show ever made. That's right, behind Lord of the Rings, it's this one. And it's funny because this is another Amazon show, so Amazon just be slapping that money down, son. Because they spent over $1 billion on Lord of the Rings, and now this thing's over here with 200 million. Different directors, people coming and going, doing a bunch of reshoots, creative overhaul. This sounds like a mess, man. I don't know how this show's going to pan out by the time it actually hits. A Milli Vanilli biopic is moving forward, and it's going to be called Girl, You Know It's True. I'm super excited about this movie, probably more than I should be. I grew up with Milli Vanilli. I had Milli Vanilli. I had this album when it came out. I was devastated to know they were lip syncing. I think it's a hell of a story, and I can't wait to watch Girl, You Know It's True. It's going to be great. Ooh, 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 I love you. Beverly Hills Cop 4 is officially filming. It's happening, guys. We've been teasing this movie for years. Axel Foley is back. We got set photos of Eddie Murphy, and this is awesome. So we're moving forward, guys. It's actually happening. Netflix's Black Mirror season 6 has officially added Rob Delaney along with Mahala Harold to the upcoming season. Netflix's Spy Kids reboot has officially wrapped production as Robert Rodriguez shares some photos from the new movie. The Crown season 6 has found its Prince William and Kate Middleton. That's right, Rufus Kempa, Ed McVeigh, and Meg Belaney have been tapped to join the Netflix upcoming The Crown season 6. Let's see here. We already talked about that. Dumb Money. That's what the name of the GameStop movie is gonna be. I like that. Top Gun Maverick continues to soar after becoming the best-selling week one digital release. I told you, man, number one the box office again, and even on home video, this thing is number one, breaking box office records. So congratulations there. Number one best-selling week one digital release. We got an article up with Xylo Mariduena. I know I probably butchered that. This is the dude from Cobra Kai. He's also Blue Beetle. Speaking of Cobra Kai, new season starts Friday. I'm super excited. Sorry, got on a tangent there. We got an article up talking with him, talking about Blue Beetle, talking about the cancellation of Batgirl, and a whole bunch more. So check out that article if you're interested. Peacock's Rutherford Falls has been canceled after 2 seasons. Here's how I feel. I watched season 1. I liked it. I didn't love it. Season 2 been out for a while now. I just haven't had a chance to get to it, and now it's canceled. So again, I feel like it's my fault because every time I feel like there's a show I watch but I don't jump right into the new season, it gets canceled. And I feel like very heavy on my heart that it weighs that I got the show canceled. So sorry I did not show my love, Ed Helms, for Rutherford Falls season 2. I will still watch it because it's one of those just little funny half-hour sitcoms, and I'm down for a laugh. So I'll check it out, but sad to hear because season 1 was a big hit for Peacock, so sad to see nobody tune back in for season 2. Yellowstone is bringing back Kurorianka Kilcher as Shimin Angela in season 5. So hopefully you know who I'm talking about if you watch Yellowstone, because I'm sure I butchered that one as well too. Let's see here. Netflix is going to be launching a tiered program early to compete with Disney Plus, which is basically they're going to be starting to do some ads. That's right. People looking to cut cost. There you go. Amazon claims first day record audience for The Rings of Power, the new Lord of the Rings series. So congratulations there. It's also Amazon Prime just announced today that it is the biggest debut they've ever had for a Prime Video show. So hopefully they're getting some revenue back for that $1 billion budget. Let's see here. Man, I'm really happy for Brendan Fraser. He's got a new movie coming out called The Whale, and it's directed by Darren Aronofsky. And they showed it at one of the film festivals over the weekend, and Brendan Fraser got a 6-minute standing ovation. 6 minutes. If you watch the video, Brendan Fraser is moved to tears, dude. He looks like such a nice dude. Everybody's very happy for him. This is his big comeback moment. We're hearing Oscar talk, all kinds of stuff. I can't wait to see The Whale. I hear nothing but great things, and just very happy for Brendan Fraser. Just such a nice dude, and hope he gets that big comeback that he rightfully deserves. Very cool, man. 6 minutes standing ovation. I love it. Remember, once again, the extended edition of Jurassic World Dominion is now on Peacock, and I've actually heard that it's got extra 14 minutes, I believe, and that it's really, really good stuff, that it makes a big difference in the film. So very cool there, man. Sounds like it's going to be a lot more than what Spider-Man gave us, so check that out. One Piece, man, is getting a movie, and it's going to be coming to the US in October. So all these other animes that have been releasing in the US have been doing really, really well, and it looks like they're going to continue that trend, releasing this one in October. And lastly, just once again, I got a video review up for Honk for Jesus. I know we talked about this earlier, but I just want to shout out the video reviews in general, because you need to follow us on TikTok and Instagram so you can always see the video reviews when we pop them up, because I think they're pretty cool. So I always do quick thoughts, so 60 seconds or less. Definitely check them out. You're in and you're out. Let you know what to think about a movie. And that, my friends, is the news of the week. So we're done. We are wrapped. August 30th through September 5th. I hope you are caught up and ready to go with no questions asked. Once again, let's do some plugs. AmIOnTheAir.com is our official webpage. AmIOnTheAir.com makes it very, very simple, right? You got links to everything right there. Make sure you subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. If Apple's not your thing, get us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn. We're on all the Google Podcasts. We're on all the different platforms, so make sure you subscribe to whatever floats your boat. Make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Follow us on Twitter at AmIOnTheAir. You see the theme there? It's all at AmIOnTheAir. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Make sure you get us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Just search Am I on the Air? Once again, you see the theme. Make sure you subscribe to Am I on the Air Quick Bites, our little spin-off podcast. Haven't done an episode in a couple weeks, but you should still be subscribed, so when I do one, you'll be the first to see. Those are my quick bites of information, less than 15-minute episodes, so make sure you subscribe to that. It's a separate podcast feed. If you'd like to support the show, our Cashapp handle is in the show notes. Anything would really help to support the show and the time we do to bring this to you every single week. And a shout out to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio, and that's at reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. And of course, the Pop Culture Pros. Love those guys, always streaming us on demand. Make sure you follow the Pop Culture Pros and check out their webpage and all the other great podcasts that are available there as well. That'll do it from me on this Monday, on this Labor Day. Very nice. I want to shout out my job. I won't name them by name, but I want to shout them out for giving me the day off as a paid holiday. I have worked retail most of my life, and you don't get any days off in retail. I'm in a different version of retail these days, but my company was good enough to say, you know what, take your day, enjoy your day, and for once, that was really nice to have, because any other place, I would have been working today. So thank you for my Labor Day special. Thank you for my 3-day weekend. It was much appreciated. You know who you are. Much love. So that'll do it for me once again. I hope you all have an amazing week. I don't know what we're going to have this weekend for new stuff, but as always, we'll have something to talk about next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Red Dragons!
Red Dragons!